Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Hello and welcome back to the program. Welcome to Intermediate class number 154. And I'm joined today in the studio by a very special guest. My friend Marissa is on the program with me. Marissa, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. So today we're going to begin with a little review of yesterday's material. So yesterday, now you weren't here yesterday, Marissa, but we talked about some important stuff, including the verb to allow. Right? Permitirse, right? To allow?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so to allow. So every day I allow. Yesterday I allowed, right? And lately I have? Allowed, exactly. So it's just like, remember, I said this yesterday, it's just like the verb to let, except with the verb to let, we can't use to after, right? So we say, when I was young, my mother didn't allow me. It's true, my mother didn't allow me to drink beer. Did your mother allow you to drink beer when you were young?
No, my mother didn't allow me to drink beer.
Did she allow you to smoke cigarettes?
No, she didn't allow me to smoke cigarettes.
Okay. Did she allow you to drive the car?
No, she didn't allow me to drive the car.
Did she allow you to stay out all night, partying?
No, she didn't allow me to stay out.
All night, okay.
All night.
Ask me if my mother allowed me to stay out late.
Did your mother allow you to stay late?
Yeah, to stay out late. Again?
Did your mother allow you to stay out late?
No, my mother didn't allow me to stay out late. She only allowed me to stay out until maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But of course, in Canada, I think we don't go out quite as late at night as you do in Spain, right? I've noticed in Spain a lot of parents let their young kids, stay out very late. Well, they're together though, right? They're together with the children, but they stay out very late. Okay. So, are you allowed to smoke in offices in Spain?
Well, you're not allowed to smoke in offices in Spain.
No. You're not allowed to. But do people do it sometimes?
I think some people do.
Yeah, I think some people do it, but they're certainly not supposed to. They're not allowed to. Okay. Are you allowed to drive? Well, how fast are you allowed to drive on the highway here in Spain? How fast are you allowed to drive?
I think you're allowed to drive 120 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, maybe 120. Yeah, on the highways, right? Mm-hmm. And what about in the city? How fast are you allowed to drive in the city?
I think in the city you're allowed to drive 50 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, maybe 50 or so. Have you ever got a speed? Do you drive?
No, I don't drive.
I can't remember if you drive or not. Ask me if I drive.
Do you drive?
I drive, but not in Spain. Not in Spain, but in Canada I drive. Ask me if I've ever had a speeding ticket, or if I've ever got a speeding ticket.
Have you ever got a speeding ticket?
No, I've never got a speeding ticket. I've been lucky. Right. All right, well, Marissa, I think it's time to move on, and we can practice our translation list. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am. Ready.
All right, okay. Translation. All right, it is time for our translation list. So as always, I'll read the sentence in Spanish, and I need you to give me the sentence out loud in English, and Marissa is going to say the sentence in English as well. All right, so number 1. Mi jefe tiene un acento británico.
My boss has a British accent.
My boss has a British accent. That's not really true, though. Does your boss have a British accent?
No, he doesn't.
No. I would say, I guess one of my bosses has a British... I have a lot of bosses, is the thing. There are a lot of bosses. But the big boss, who is Richard Vaughan, he doesn't have a British accent. But Richard Brown, he has a British accent. Well, anyhow, number 2, se te cayó. Se te cayó.
You dropped it.
You dropped it. Nice. Yeah, you dropped it. Say that again.
You dropped it.
You dropped it. Yes. You dropped it. Me encanta mezclar bebidas.
I love to mix drinks.
Very good. All right, she's 3 for 3. I love to mix drinks. I love to mix drinks. Okay. Number 4. No sé cómo ahorrar dinero.
I don't know how to save money.
I don't know how to save money. Very good. I don't know how to save money. I don't know how to do it. Do you know how to save money?
I don't know how to save money either.
Well, I try to save a little every month. Do you try to save a little every month?
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, I try to save a little every month. Number 5. Siempre estás cambiando las reglas.
You're always changing the rules.
Nice. You're always changing the rules. You're always changing the rules. Number 6. Hay polvo en todas partes. En todas partes.
There's dust everywhere.
There's dust everywhere. True. Fantastic. There's dust everywhere. Number 7. No cambies de canal. No cambies de canal.
Don't change the channel.
Don't change the channel. The channel. Don't change the channel. All right, good. This is incredible. I'm just reading from the list here. It says right here in the book, and I'm not really suggesting this, but it says, vamos a emborracharnos. How do you say that in English?
Let's get drunk.
Let's get drunk. It's true. Let's get... Well, that's what it says. ¿Cómo puedes beber tanta cerveza?
How can you drink so much beer?
How can you drink so much beer? How can you drink so much beer? I don't know. Quiero cerrar esta cuenta y abrir otra.
I want to close this account and open another.
Yeah, and open another or another
account.
Another account or another one. I want to close this account and open another one. Can you say it again?
I want to close this account and open another.
Perfect. Or another one.
I want to close this account and open another one.
Another one. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. So you go to the bank. I used to work in a bank in Canada for a little while. And people came in and they said, "Hey, hi, Kyle. I want to close this account and open another one." There it is. Number 11. No he tenido una vida fácil.
I haven't had an easy life.
I haven't had an easy life. Okay. Number 12. ¿Qué va a pasar? ¿Qué va a pasar?
What's going to happen?
What's going to happen? It's a good question. What's going to happen? Who knows? All right. Very good. All right. So our translation list, fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done. Marissa has done an excellent job. Now at home, how did you do? This was a review of yesterday's content. So hopefully you did all right with the translation list. We'll move on now into our new material. Well, in fact, first we have to talk about our word of the day. Word of the day. All right, our word of the day today is the verb predecir. Predecir. Which we say, how do you say that in English?
Foresee.
To foresee, yes. Or also to predict as well, right? Yeah, of course, to foresee. So you can foresee something happening. Some people say that they can predict the future. Do you think people can predict the future?
No, I don't think so.
No. You don't believe in that stuff? Like witchcraft?
No, I don't.
Or similar?
No.
Okay. No, me neither. I don't think people can predict the future. Anyhow, we have the verb to predict. Every day I predict. Yesterday I predicted. You can predict. Can you predict anything like I don't know, sports outcomes? Some people think they can predict sports outcomes and they bet on them, you know. And some things are predictable. Some outcomes, like if Real Madrid plays against a team that's really terrible, then you can predict that they're going to win, and they usually do, but you never know, right? You never know with Real Madrid, do you? All right, well, we'll move on now into the new material for class number 154, and we have the structure to pay, and then also to pay for something. So you pay someone, and you pay someone for something. So I have a drink here in front of me. It's a Coca-Cola. Ask me how much I paid for that.
How much did you pay for your Coca-Cola?
I paid 80 cents for it. Yes. Ask me if I paid someone for it. Ask me if I paid someone for it.
Did you pay someone for it?
No, I didn't. I didn't pay anyone for it. And how did I do that? Well, I suppose I did pay someone, but I bought it from a vending machine. So there wasn't really any person there, but I did pay for it. I paid 80 cents for it, but I just put the money into the machine, you know. I didn't really pay anyone. So to pay something, well, to pay someone or to pay for something. So did you pay for lunch the last time you went to a restaurant?
I think I didn't pay for lunch.
You didn't pay?
I don't think so. Someone else paid for it.
Someone else paid. So do you prefer paying or do you prefer when someone else pays for you?
Well, I think it's better if someone pays it for you.
Yeah, sure. I prefer when someone pays for me. And we say we can say to treat. They can treat you, right? When they treat you, like they pay for you. Because you often say here in Spain, they invite me. But in English, we usually say they treated me. He treated me. You say, oh, it's my treat. Yeah, and I'll pay for it, right? Okay. Did you pay for a coffee yesterday?
Yes, I paid for a coffee yesterday.
How much did you pay for that coffee?
I paid €1.
€1?
For the coffee, yeah.
For the coffee, okay. I paid for a coffee this morning. Ask me how much I paid for the coffee that I had this morning.
How much did you pay for the coffee you had this morning?
Yeah. I paid €1.30. A little bit high end, you know? But a few weeks ago I was in Holland. Ask me how much I paid for a coffee in Holland. How much did you pay for a coffee in Holland? I paid €2.40. How do you say Bayatimo?
What a ripoff.
Well, exactly. What a ripoff. But the thing is, in Holland, it's just very expensive. And it wasn't a fancy place. It was just that's what people pay for coffee up there. Incredible. Expensive. Okay. Did you have to pay for a taxi last week?
No, I think I didn't have to pay for a taxi last week.
Yeah. That's good. I don't like having to pay for a taxi. Do you pay your bills every month?
Yes, I pay my bills every month.
We have no choice. Well, ask me if I pay my bills every month.
Do you pay your bills every month?
Yes, I do. I do. Because if I don't pay my bills, my landlord, he wouldn't be happy. So I have to pay my bills. Yeah. Would you avoid paying your bills if you could?
I would avoid paying my bills if I could.
Sure, of course. But we have to do it. We all have to pay our bills. So we have the structure here, folks, to pay and to pay for something. Every day I pay. Yesterday, I paid. How do you spell that? I paid in the past.
P-A-I-D.
P-A-I-D. That's right. Paid. All right, good. I think it's time now to move on to our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. All right, it is time for our vocabulary of the day, our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word today, provisional or temporal. How do you say that in English?
Temporary.
Temporary. Like you can get a temporary bank card. Have you ever had a temporary bank card?
No, I didn't.
Maybe that's more in Canada we do that, I think. I know the bank that I went to in Canada, or the bank that I used, they used to issue the cards on the spot, you know? On the spot, at the moment. They would issue a card, but they would give you a temporary card. And then your permanent card would come in the mail. But they'd issue a temporary card. On the spot, we say, like at the moment, on the spot. So we can say temporary, or you can also say provisional. Provisional, okay. Realista. We have to be
realistic.
So if we see the glass is half full, well, maybe we're optimistic. And if it's half empty, we're
pessimistic.
And otherwise, if we just see it the way it is, we're realistic, right? Are you a realistic person, Marisa?
Yes, I think I am a realistic person.
I think so. Okay. Señalar. With the finger. How do we say that?
Point out.
To point out as in indicate, yeah, or simply to point. Does it bother you when people point at you on the street? Hey, Marisa, and they point at you. Does it bother you?
Yeah, that bothers me.
Okay. All right. Preguntarse. Me pregunto. Preguntarse too.
Wonder?
To wonder, yes. Do you ever wonder what the surface of the moon is like to walk on? Do you ever wonder?
No, I never wondered that.
I always wonder things like that. I'm always thinking about things like that. The moon, other planets. I wonder a lot of things. I wonder. Me pregunto. I wonder. I wonder. Viceversa. This is very easy. Viceversa.
Vice versa.
Vice versa, we say. I talk to you, and vice versa. You talk to me. We're talking to each other, right? Vice versa. Vice versa with the V. Can you say that again?
Vice versa.
Vice versa. That's right. I like those V sounds, you know? Vice versa. So at home, say that one time with me. Vice versa. Right. Very good. Well, we have one last point here, but we're completely out of time. But the last point is to have a good time. Have you had a good time here today, Marisa?
Yeah, I have had a really good time.
Fantastic. Will you join me for the advanced portion of the class?
Yeah, I will join you.
Fantastic. Excellent. But we'll talk about to have a good time on tomorrow's class. We're going to take a break for about 4 minutes, and we'll be back with the advanced portion of the class. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.